Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this lesson is going to be entitled, You So-Called Black Men, or you Israelite men, which is including you so-called Latin tribes, you so-called Native Americans, so on and so forth, have low self-esteem. But this is focusing mainly specifically on Judah, especially the kingdom of Judah, dealing with Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, the southern kingdom. You are suffering from low self-esteem, okay? You do not value yourself. You do not see yourself as worthy. This is why a lot of times these jakes kill one another, because they're looking at themselves, you know, and they don't think they're anything. So they look at the next Jake and they think he's nothing, you know. So let's look at the definition of low self-esteem. It says typically a person with low self-esteem is extremely critical of themselves, which there's nothing wrong with being critical of yourself. Okay, being critical of yourself is okay. Okay, but let's continue. It says downplays or ignores their positive qualities. This is the thing. Jake downplays and ignores their positive qualities. You can't do that. You can be critical. The scriptures say to examine yourself, right? Whether you be in the faith, we have to constantly examine ourselves, but that doesn't mean to ignore the positive qualities in ourselves, the potential in ourselves, because us as Israelites, we have the highest potential. We looked up the word potential at the last camp. Okay, I had the brother look it up, and it was heavy. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that in a second. It says, judges themselves to be inferior to their peers. Now, who would be their peers? The peers would be the other nations. Okay, this is how Jake looks at. Jake looks at themselves as inferior to these other nations and these other people. Okay, even these women. Jake looks at himself inferior to these women as well. So Jake has a real low self-esteem. And you could tell it by their action. You could tell it by the way they carry it themselves. You could tell by the woman that they walk around the earth with. Yes. Okay, I'm getting on you Jakes walking around with them obese, busted, ugly looking women walking around the earth holding hands, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm embarrassed to do that, man. Okay? Because I look at myself like I'm better than that. I don't need to be walking around with something that looks like that. I'm better than it. Has to be some type of standard, man. She don't gotta be a 8, 9, or 10 necessarily, right? But it has to be a standard, man. There has to be a standard. Okay? It says uses negative words to describe themselves, such as stupid, fat, ugly, or unlovable. Okay, so anyways, it's just showing you that, you know, they don't look at themselves as very much. But like I said before, us as Israelites, we have the highest potential. Now I want to look up this word potential in the etymology. Okay, and it's a heavy definition. Oh, matter of fact, I could have just went there. It said it right there, but you know, we'll come here. It says possible. It says capable of being or becoming, right? Because you Jakes are capable of being or becoming anything on the highest levels, literally, because we're Israelites. Okay, we're Israelites, and everything comes from the Israelites. Matter of fact, let me get this real quick. Let me get this scripture. Everything that Esau has, everything that these nations have, including their wickedness, they learned a lot of this wicked stuff that they learned that from Jake. Okay, but let's deal with the good things. The good things come from Jake. All right, this is Jeremiah 10. This computer's acting slow. Okay, this is Jeremiah 10 and verse 16. It says, the portion of Jacob is not like them. Not like who? Not like the other nations. Okay, for he is the former of all things, meaning everything comes from us. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance. Yahweh of hosts is his name. That's who That's who we get our inheritance from, our Father, which is the Most High. Okay? So how can you look at yourself inferior when the Most High said that you are the former of all things? And he also said this in Deuteronomy 7 and 6. This is Deuteronomy 7 and verse 6. And it reads, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." And Jake is above all nations that are upon the face of the earth. And that's in every aspect. I'll start with academics, okay, when it comes to education, when it comes to knowledge, okay, when it comes to wisdom, okay, we have the highest potential, okay, we have the most inventions, okay, and when it deals with physicality, everyone knows that Jake is physically superior to these other nations. Okay, even they don't want to admit it, but even look wise, Jake is on a higher level. There was a study in Japan that said years ago that said Jake, right, the so-called black man, is the most attractive. Okay, but you know, obviously you can lump the so-called Latino in there too. Okay, because you know how Rico Suave be. You know that brown skin, that jawline. Even Christopher Columbus, when he came over here, he said that these were beautiful people. You know, when everybody who came over here, they described them as being a very good looking, beautiful people in shape. You know, but now you have our people; they're all out of shape. That's another thing that Jake needs to get right. They need to get their temple in order, man. Okay. So, anyways, so now I'm not done with the definition of potential. Okay, so that right there shows you, the scriptures that I read shows you that we are above all nations. So you shouldn't have an inferiority complex. Okay, that comes from the society. All of us in this world had that because of this damn society and how it portrays and beats down Jake. Okay, so it says possible as opposed to actual, capable of being or becoming, potential, and directly the potential. Now this is what I'm looking for. From Latin potentia, meaning power, might, force. Right? So we have the power because we are the sons of the power. Okay? That's why we have the power, because we are the sons of the power. So let's get Psalms 82 and 6. This is Psalms 82 and 6, and it reads, "I have said ye are gods." Who is he speaking to? He's speaking to the Israelites, okay, the sons of God, okay, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, I have said ye are gods, which means powers, judges, okay, and all of you are children of the Most High, but ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. That's why after Adam committed that sin, that's when the sons of God started to fall. You know, you had certain men that lived up to 900 something years old, 800 something years old, but they died. Okay, but as the scriptures say, men was made to be eternal, meaning the sons of God were made to be eternal, meaning to live forever. Okay, because we are gods on the earth, which means what? We have the highest potential on the earth. All right, we have the highest potential, and like I said, and I want to start with intelligence, because Esau, since at one time he said we couldn't do what he could do physically, and then we done disproved that. So now Esau's things to say, well, they're superior physically, you know, because they're animalistic, but they don't have the intelligence that we have. We have the high IQ. That's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. Our intelligence is higher than any other nation. Okay, as children, as babies, our babies learn faster. They're able to hold their head up faster. They're able to walk faster, crawl faster, speak faster. All of that when you put it compared to an Edomite. Okay? You understand? They've done studies on that, man. When them Nigerians come over to these sides of the earth, they surpass everyone in academics, including those so-called Chinese, man, that they try to paint as these super intelligent people, when Moab is one of the most retarded nations there is, man. Anyways, this is some of the inventions that Jake had. I'm just gonna read the relevant ones because Esau put some bullshit up here. Potato chips. Who cares about that? All right. So it says the folding cabinet bed, the gas mask, protective mailbox, the blood bank. Right. Esau loves the blood bank because they sucking blood out of people by the gallons, and Lord knows what they're doing with that. The rest of the excess blood that they have. It says improve ironing board, home security system. Okay, three light traffic light, which I did on a project on this guy Garrett Morgan back in high school. Okay, he created that, and he created a gas mask. Refrigerated trucks, right, from Frederick McKinley Jones, right? So how were they able to carry goods from one country to another? Because of Jake. Okay, the reason why these cars are not getting into accidents out here, because there's no stoplights, right, is because of Israelites. Okay, it says automatic elevator doors. Okay, and everyone has used an elevator. Electric microphone. Okay, it says color IBM PC monitor and gigahertz chip. Okay. Laser Faco. Okay, an ophthalmologist and laser scientist invented a device and technique used to remove cataracts, which my grandmother had that procedure done, and revive patients' eyesight, which my grandmother had this procedure done. So that was invented by an Israelite, you see. But I thought we were monkeys and we didn't know nothing, and we had low IQ, and we're natural sinkers. But how were they able to invent all these things? Okay, because Esau's a damn liar, and what he wants to do is he wants to suppress your potential. Okay, automatic gear shift. Okay, it says created the automatic gear shift, helping people drive up hills everywhere. So that dealing with the car, right? So you could thank Jake for that. Okay, clothes dryer, dustpan, folding chair, golf tees, ice cream, lawnmower, lawn sprinkler, modern toilet. Listen, man, we could go. This is a site that's showing you how much is it, 100 and something. We're not gonna go through the whole list. 120. You could do your own research. Everything that makes a society run, for the most part, was created by Jake. Fiber optics. In other words, without Israelites, nothing that you're used to today you would have. The color TV, the internet, all these things the elevator, all these things, the way your car runs, all these things that you're used to, these modern conveniences, you could thank Israelites for that. You see, but Jake doesn't know this information. Jake has no clue. When Jake thinks about these things, they're thinking if they would put a face behind who made it, they would put a so-called white man's face, because that's the indoctrination and the lies that have been pushed upon you Jakes. And this is why you Jakes have a low goddamn self-esteem. Okay, now that's the intelligence side of it. And guess what? Even our women, so-called black women, Latino, Native American women, they're on a higher level intelligence-wise than these other women. Okay? The only ones who've made inventions were our women, really. Okay? Or even the GPS system. Okay? You see? That was a so-called black woman, because even our women are on a higher level intelligent-wise. But the thing is, they're not trying to be women. They're not being good women now. They're trying to be men. Okay? You got to learn how to be good women, because you should be able to you have the potential to surpass all these women in femininity and uplifting your man and being an asset. You have enough intelligence to do all of that. You have the spirit to do all of that. Okay? So let's go ahead and check this video out. This is dealing with the physical aspect of things. I'm not even going to really play too much of this video, but I'm just going to show you. Look how high this Jake is jumping, bro. This Jake is 5'6". Look how high this Jake is damn near touching the top of the backboard, man. He's jumping He's able to jump over this man clear at 5'6". You see what I'm saying to you? The potential, the power, the spirit that's in Jake. Let's bring this back, man.
Y'all, okay? Y'all witnessing this. 12 feet. Let's see who's going up. Here we go. Here we go. Top contest. Oh, almost. Top the backboard, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's get that 12 feet. Hey, Gil. You got 2 more chances. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, wow. Somebody on this side wants to start watching. To the top, to the top, to the top. Oh, no. Second chance, second chance. Who's going up? Second chance, second chance. Oh!
That's Israel. Okay, you ain't gonna have no Edomite do this, man. No Moabite do this. You're only gonna have Israelites that are able to do these things. Okay, because the Most High made us special. You see what I'm saying to you? That's like a step. That's like one step under flying, man. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So anyways, man. So this is the type of potential that you Jakes have. But you Jakes, like even like they're speaking about in this video, Mr. Jap is speaking about here, about says black men have the lowest beauty standards. Yeah, they have I'll tell you why they have the lowest beauty standards, and they have the lowest standards for their women in general of how they carry themselves, how they act, you know, the type of disrespect that they'll tolerate. The reason why they have such a low standard when it comes to those things is because they have a low self-esteem. They do not esteem themselves to be much. Okay? This is why. This is why you Jakes have to remove that mindset that Esau has planted in your mind and understand that you are the sons of the living power and that you have the greatest potential. This is Deuteronomy 14:2. It says, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power," means separate, okay? "And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a special, to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the face upon the earth." Okay, so let's look up this word peculiar. Hebrew word is sagala. That's a French. That's like a, I believe that's like a Creole type saying sagala, if I'm not mistaken. It says peculiar, treasure, peculiar, special, jewel. Ooh. Particular treasure, right? A possession, property, valued property, peculiar treasure. So we're a peculiar treasure, a valued property of the Most High power. Okay, these other nations are like, how would we say, you know, like nothing, like garbage, okay? Like regular stones, you know, that you would see in front of your house. But we are as those precious stones, as those emeralds, as those carbuncle. Okay, we are as the precious stones unto the Most High. All right. This is 2 Ezra 6:54. And it says, and you can see in them Edomites when you have a particular confidence about you and you know who you are and you walk around with that confidence and that authority, it makes these Edomites uncomfortable, you know? It makes them uncomfortable, makes them very, very uncomfortable, and I love it. All right? Even these even the Edomite women, right? It's like, damn, like I wish that was my man. The way they're looking at it is like, I wish that was my man. They're kind of mad because it really makes them think like, damn, I wish that was my man. And this is the thing that you Jake women don't understand. When you got a Jake that you know, that's on a level that moves with particular confidence, and you look good as well, you know, and you carry yourself in a particular way, them other women of those other nations, they actually envy you, especially the Edomite women. They envy you. That's what you don't get, and they covet after your man. But you Jakes, a lot of these women don't see it that way, you know. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So everyone comes from Adam, but there's also the chosen that comes from Adam. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. So these other nations are nothing to the Most High, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Let's continue. Salakia. And now, Salakia, let's go up a bit more. Okay. It says, and now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. Right? So these people that are not they're not on our level. That's why the scriptures speak about how he saw as if it was an era that proceedeth from the throne. Okay? It says, what? Princes walking on the earth and servants upon horses. But we thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not yet possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? And this is always what the Israelites were wondering. When is the end of this going to be? In the beginning of it that followeth, meaning the beginning of the kingdom of heaven. Let's get Daniel's the first chapter. Okay? Because our people were never on a low level. When you go back to the ancient world, our people always had a bunch of high level people amongst us. This is Daniel's 1 and 3. It says, and this is when we were taken down by the Babylonians. And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel, and the king's seed, and of the princes, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored and skillful in all wisdom. Okay, so our people we are skillful and knowledgeable in all wisdom. Okay, there were certain men that were just on such a high level. They understood everything. They were well versed in everything: politics, astrology, math. All right, science. Okay, biology. All right, the study of animals. All these different things. And did it not say Solomon? He was wise in all these things. Absolutely. So this is these are our forefathers. What makes you any different that you can't be on this level? Okay, except for the mindset that you have, man. Okay, anything that we do, we can surpass Esau, and I don't care how far off it seems. Okay, you should watch that David Goggins, man. The things that he accomplished, and he's an Israelite. Okay, how much what's those things called? The marathons he done, records he done broke, and those marathons and different things that he done did because he changed his mindset. You know, and cunning and knowledge and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. And guess what? We were far above these heathen in all of those categories. Okay, and there should be no difference now. The only difference is you Jakes didn't know who you are. You don't even know who you are. I gotta say it like Rafiki. You don't even know who you are. Okay? That's the problem, man. And you Jakes don't understand your own potential. Okay? But this is the legacy of our forefathers, man. Okay? And that's why these certain men like Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were able to stand in the presence of the king. Okay. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, you Jake's got a low self-esteem. And that's why, like I said, you'll have a Jake. He'll be fit. He'll look like this guy, or this guy be fit, tall. And then he'll be walking with a damn Oompa Loompa, man. Or a damn obese chick. When you look at her face, she's even surprised that she got him. She's like, how the hell did I get this guy? You can see she feels uncomfortable because she don't belong with this guy. It's a damn mixed match. Like, she would feel more comfortable with another guy that's like an average looking guy. But I'm telling you, man, you be these good looking Jakes, that it's in shape, cut up, and then he'll have just an obese chick looking beat up. I'm like, yo, why? Because these Jakes have a low self esteem. Like that video that the elder Manatazak did from Carolina. That guy who came up talking about he's an atheist. Hey, y'all ain't no black kings. Y'all ain't no black kings. That didn't surprise me, because I said, no. Of course you would say that. Look at the woman you're with. She look like a goddamn crackhead. Okay. But he's a tall Jake. He's in shape. But that's who he's claiming as his, because he does not view himself as anything, and that's why he doesn't view the brothers as anything, and that's why he doesn't view any other Jake as anything, because he doesn't view himself as anything. That's why the scripture says, a man who is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good? If he doesn't view himself in a particular way, how is he going to view his other people, his people as in a particular way? The scriptures say his eye shall be evil towards his brother, man. And this is what Esau has harbingered. Okay, and this scripture is good as well. So I'll read that in a second. But let's get Deuteronomy 28, man. This is what Esau has cultivated as a culture amongst you Jakes, man. This is Deuteronomy 28:54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, okay, meaning is a kind, your Jake used to be kind and nice, right, and brotherly, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward his wife and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. So this is what Jake is dealing with. Jake has low self-esteem, and what happens is they lash out on other Jakes because they're taught to hate themselves. So them Jakes really hate themselves and the other Jakes that look like them. Okay, and this is what you're seeing in the so-called black community, because you Jakes are suffering from a low self-esteem. And guess what? Your woman helps to bring out that low self-esteem. Okay, the Esau helps, right? The serpent and Eve, they're tag teaming. Okay. But we're trying to break you out of that damn matrix, man, so you can understand your worth and understand your potential as sons of God. And we're supposed to walk around the earth as sons of God. You're supposed to walk around. Now, I got something on my face. I'm a son of God. Let me wipe that off, man. Not walk around looking like that, man. That's how you should carry yourself every single day as an Israelite, man. It's something that you want to accomplish. Say, of course I can accomplish it. I could. Not only can I accomplish it, I could be one of the top people in this thing, or the top person in this thing, because why? I'm an Israelite. And that's the mindset. That's the mind state you're supposed to have as an Israelite, man. Okay, look at the things that we can accomplish, man. Okay, look at the things that our people have accomplished. So like, even with Esau trying to suppress us, and this is why he fears us. This is why he fears us. So with that, I'll say shalom.